I want to share with you today the first steps to take in Star Citizen to maximise learning and take away the risk of becoming nothing more than a broke spaceman with half a ship. Hello, I'm Ant and welcome to Hassle Free Gaming, the channel dedicated to all things Star Citizen. For more gameplay, tutorials and walkthroughs, sub up and push down on the bell so you're the first citizen to be notified. Just before we start blasting off to space, scroll down into the comments below. Let us know if you're already playing and what patch did you start playing. Or maybe you're waiting on 3.9 as we mentioned in the previous video. One of the first steps in game is a tutorial. As there isn't any in-game tutorials, you, like me, we're watching videos like this, so we don't end up like that. Or at least the mistakes we do make are lessons in becoming better at no cost. Ka-ching! This is what I feel is the best way to start and is exactly how I started playing. We are avoiding the big open universe and jumping into Arena Commander, a separate space from the persistent universe where we practice flight, PvE, PvP in ships, and for now we're sticking to the free fly. But before we start pew-pewing our way to having ace pilot flight and combat skills, we're going to be doing something much more exciting. Keybinding. All the potential misery and frustrations. It's lucky you're watching a video like this, as we're going to making keybinding easy, focusing on the important actions to bind regardless of keyboard and mouse, joysticks or gamepad. If you like the content so far, lock on and smash the thumbs up. First steps I'm taking is simply wiping the keybind the game has previously set. The reason for this is because I want full control and to know exactly what each button does, not just by randomly finding out and remembering, but by setting and remembering. This way, I feel I get the most control out of my ship and each and every keybind. So you may not have exactly the same keybinds as me, but you will know what you set and where it is. As we are focusing on only the important ones for flight and combat, you'll see that I miss keybinds out. Also, if you are using a gamepad like I, sometimes it can be kind of glitchy. You need to continuously press on the analog stick just to get it to recognize left and right. Sometimes it's easier just to set roll as left or right on the analog stick, or pitch up and pitch down just as pitch. I have only set those that are necessary. You'll feel free to any time to pause and add the movements to your keyboard, mouse, gamepad or joysticks. We're just looking at what's necessary to set up, not necessarily what buttons are on each one. If you are using the gamepad, this is a great way to start. We have set the speed limiter, increase and decrease, and cruise control. This means you can set a speed, set the cruise control on, and it will stick to that speed, allowing you to concentrate more on aiming and moving around. Now don't set it too high, as you'll become one with the space boulders. Instead, set it to SCM speed. More on this in the next video. Having the option to select closest hostile target, the ability to swap targets simply by shooting at them, gives you flexibility in combat situations. I also have subcomponents, but I believe that's the least dangerous part within me. Subcomponents aren't really a thing at the moment, so no need to select them. As with guns and countermeasures, again, I've set the least amount of keybinds, but maximising efficiency. Now it's time to practice those moves to get ready for Vandal Swarm and the persistent universe. As you're going, test them out. Forwards thrust, reverse thrust, strafing left, strafing right, yaw in left, yaw in right, pitch down, pitch up, rolling to the left, and rolling to the right, strafing down and strafing up. This is all your degrees of movement that are necessary in any situation. Of course, let's make sure those guns work and countermeasures. Let's not forget Afterburner. That's the symbol on the bottom right of the hood. When the Afterburner is in use, the symbol at the bottom right of the hood will disappear and reappear when the Afterburner is not being used. Now you're ready for Vandal Swarm, a testing ground for your pilot skills and a place to practice to become a greater pilot at flight, combat and not becoming one with the big space boulders and the space boundary. The symbol currently on the right hand side of the screen with the arrow pointing down, that symbolises where you've came from, and the symbol now on the left hand side of the screen with the arrow pointing upwards, that symbolises where you are going. Very useful to use when dodging objects further ahead. and to know exactly where you are going, something I failed to do right there. But for now, this will do your first step. More on Fangal Swarm, the movement of your ship, and the combat capabilities in the next video. If you found any of this useful, please do a massive thumbs up, subscribe, you know the drill. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.